Hello, this is Deathlord, and I'm bringing you another commentary. I'm going by the name Stork now, and because I love Stork, and I'm a huge fan of his. If you haven't seen any of his games, go check them out. He's a brilliant StarCraft 1 Protoss player, and he's inspired me to play StarCraft 2. He doesn't play StarCraft 2 yet, as far as I know, but I'm sure he will soon. Anyways, good luck, have fun, I say. To my opponent, who I don't realize, but is actually a 1922 Terran in 1v1, which is not bad at all, considering my rank is 1000 in 1v1. And now just getting my APM up a little bit, warming up my hands, getting my blood pumping, and just gonna go for standard pylon and gateway. I'm not gonna wall off, because on blistering sand, if you didn't know, you have a ramp going to below ground, a thin ramp, so it's easy to hold off, going to your mineral patch. But on the back side of your base, kind of towards your opponent, is a wall of rocks on top of a larger ramp. So they can destroy those rocks, especially Terran, with Marauders. So if he does go Marauders, expect him to shoot down those rocks easily, and they can actually shoot it without me being able to see the Marauders, so I have to look over there and see him actually shooting them. Anyways, I send my probe after pylon, 9 pylon, and I believe I did 9 pylon, then chrono boosted 2 probes, and then went gateway, because I know that the Reaper time has been reduced to build, or increased. The build time has been increased, so it takes a while for that Reaper to come out. And I didn't see any tech lab or anything like that, so I can just get a few more probes. And yeah, I should be safe to do that. I believe that would make 9 pylon, and then chrono boost 2 probe. Or no, 9 pylon, then 1 probe, and then chrono boost 2 probes. So that'd be 12 probes, and then gateway. So 12 gateway, and then gas after chrono boosting 1 probe, you get gas, and then by the time that first probe's finished, you can get a second gas. Anyways, my scout's running out, and I managed to get out just as the Marine pops out, you notice, and yeah, just barely slip out of there with my probe. Notice he got his gas up slowly behind Lauren, and but I see 2 racks coming, and you could hear me kind of grunt there. I was like, man, because League players are so cheesy. I'm expecting a bunch of Marines coming, possibly a reactor, and a tech lab getting the shields for the Marines. Because that's what has been really effective against Protoss lately, is just mass Marine. And especially with medevacs, a ton of medevacs if you have stim, and some Marauder support. Anyways, but just mass Marine in the beginning, you can just get a lot of Marines, don't even get gas except for getting the upgrades. And you can just get a ton of Marines and just screw Protoss over. Because what can you do against mass Marines? Either you're going to need the best force field control in the game, or you're going to need Colossus or Storm. And Colossus and Storm take a while to get. I'm sorry, but a Marine Bush will beat a Colossus timing. And I mean, because Colossus are useless until you get the range upgrade anyways. They're not completely useless, but they can get sniped easily without it. And anyways, I sent my Stalker out to scout, and I ran into 3 Marines, so I know he's not fast expanding, or at least I'm pretty sure he's not fast expanding. 2 racks, 3 Marines in the middle of the field. I'm pretty sure he's pushing. I mean, this is a American server league game, and yeah, there's lots of cheese going on, so I'm expecting possibly Banshees and Marines, or just mass Marines, or Marines with a little bit of Marauder support. And so I get that robotics facility out, as well as another gateway, and he scans and you can hear me kind of breathe heavily. He scans perfectly right as I build my robotics facility and third gateway. So really good timing on him, able to see everything I'm doing. Actually, the perfect timing would be to scan right as they finish building. Although, you could argue that this is better because he sees them quicker, but I could cancel possibly. It's not likely that I will, considering this is a standard build, but this is something that he won't scan. And this is my fast expand, not fast expand, but it's my 3-gate robo expand, and with warp gates. And sending a probe out to scout as well as building a quick obs. And I'm going to follow that up with Mortal and more stalkers, and maybe a few cannons on the front choke. But also notice I built a pylon at my rock so I can see if they do get shot, which they haven't. And yeah, just checking, he hasn't expanded now, so I am ahead because my expansion is about 50% complete. And now I'm just going to check to make sure he's not sneaking anything. Sending my ops to the gold. But after a second I realized he didn't expand. I bet you he probably has a starport or a big push coming. I'm going to want to bring this ops coming in case he has banshees sneaking around the back of my base. A lot of players will just sneak around the edge of the map with cooked banshees, waiting for the upgrade to finish. And you're really going to want that observer at home when those banshees arrive. And right now is about the time when they would hit. So I'm not going to check that gold. I'm pretty sure he didn't go for it at this point. I can see him pushing out in the field. His forces have been kind of in the field and not hidden. So I know he hasn't really been shooting down rocks unless he sent 3 marauders there early. And I see a push coming in, so I'm expecting a heavy push. And now I see marauders, a Hellion, and Marines. The Hellion I'm kind of surprised by. I don't know what's the point. Maybe he's going to try and sneak it in after troops are low. But I'm going to snipe the Hellion, and here comes the big battle. 2 force fields, and here comes Guardian Shield. I pull back. I actually probably should have stayed in the fight. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my Immortal, which is on the ramp right now. Warping in 3 Zealots, which are going to help quite a bit, and able to snipe this Raven, which gets a little bit too close. And yeah, that's a lot of, that's 200 minerals, 200 gas in that Raven, plus what possible upgrade he might have gotten, and sniped the Banshee as well, and now just retreating. Now I notice my Immortals here, warping 3 more Stalkers, losing 1. So now I'll have 4 Stalkers and Immortal, plenty to push this out, especially on this ramp position. And now just sniping as much as I can, but not going too far because you might have a bunch of Marines out there, and I'm pretty sure I have the lead right now. So I'm going to get 2 more gateways and a robotics support bay to get those Colossus out, as well as a couple more pylons. So I'm going to be sitting on my advantage, getting a forge out to get some cannons, more probes, chrono boosting out probes. My force is kind of low right now, so I'm getting 3 sentries, and if there's always a quiet time in the middle of the battle, get some sentries, because that energy will build up, and by the time he attacks again, if those sentries have 100 energy, they'll basically count for almost as worth as 2 sentries, because they died too quickly to do much damage in real battle anyways. Unless you have a ton of stalkers to support.
Oh.
But anyways, oh man, 5 of my probes were queued to go to that pylon. That was terrible. That could bring him back in this game. He probably has an expansion up by now. Hopefully not the gold, but now I'm getting my Colossus out and getting prepared. Getting those probes quickly back to work and bringing some more probes from my main down. My main is slowly mining out, so during the whole game, every about 3 minutes I've brought down about 4 or 5 probes down, and it's still pretty decently saturated down there though, about 2 probes per patch, which is what you want on a low mineral field. So you don't really want 3 because it would just disappear super fast, and you want your natural saturated more so. Also because most of your forces will be at your natural, so chrono boosting out weapons 1, getting Colossus and Colossus range, getting out a couple more stalkers, and yeah. Recently I've been holding back, trying to, because I've been losing so many league games by gaining a advantage in workers and then pushing out too early. So I just need to learn to be more patient, because I'm really good with getting out the right number of probes, just like about 7 more than my opponent usually, if it's a tight game, and managing to win that way. So in fact I'm pretty sure I'm ahead at least by 10 workers in this game, but he does have meals to support. But keep in mind my expansion was probably a minute or 2 ahead of his, maybe more, and just getting a couple more pylons, and as well as my Twilight Council on the front. I like to get the Twilight Council as a wall on the front, because once you get the upgrade it's kind of useless. But anyways, I noticed now he broke the rocks. I wasn't really paying attention until now, and warping in a few units, able to put, he doesn't want to engage here, getting a couple more pylons in case I need to push out. And at this point getting armor 1 and pushing out. Waiting for that 1 more Colossus and getting a 4th Colossus building. And here we go. Let's see what this guy's up to. I'm sure he has control of these towers, so he knows I'm pushing out. I want to get over here as quickly as possible, exposing my forces on the bottom, but able to just get here in time to meet him on the top. And here comes the force fields and guardian shield and Colossus to boot. And oh man, that's a lot of marauders, but they're spread just perfectly for my Colossus. But he runs in, stims, snipes the Colossus. Luckily I have 1 Colossus here left, warping in 5 more stalkers. I have 5 gates now, and getting blink, and because I realized I won the battle, chrono boosting armor 1, shooting down a dang, I forgot what they're called. Whatever. Anyways, I'm moving in and force fielding the ramp and taking out the command center, and just his SCVs can't go anywhere. They're toast. And this game is pretty much over. We're bringing 5 more stalkers, still pumping out Colossus, and armor 1's about to finish. I believe it just finished. So pushing up the ramp, and yeah, he only has a handful of marauders, 3 Raven, and about 4 Vikings. So moving my Colossus to the left to absorb, to expose the Vikings. They managed to take out the Colossus, but it's GG. So I hope you enjoyed the game, and yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm gonna go into the stats really quick. Yeah, I gained 24 points. It was an even match, even though he was 1,000 points ahead of me in rank. I'll show you his rank. He's 1922 and 1v1 as Terran, and I'm 1,000 as Protoss. So, or I'm like 980 or something. And yeah, I haven't played too many games, like about 100. So yeah, made a few mistakes that game. Nexus going to the pylon, which was just a really rare mistake I never really make. But anyways, good game. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments. Thanks.